Hello, hi there. How have you been? I hope you've been doing well. I have been doing great. Ha ha ha. And I am back with another video, another weekly recap video. And I know it's been a couple of weeks, so I'm gonna take you back. Let me take you back to the days when, okay, this was January. This was my birthday week actually, and I started off the week strong, and I had missed making mocktail. So I love to make unique drinks, and by unique I mean not just soda, because I don't take soda personally. Yeah, so I was trying to make a mocktail from some sparkling water, mango juice, and mint leaves. And what you start off with is washing your mint leaves. Obviously, you don't want to eat any of this the soil that's on the leaves or any germs basically. And because you're not gonna boil them or anything, I needed to do some proper thorough washing. So after I was done with the washing, the next step was to pluck the leaves from the stems. So I just needed a few leaves, which I would put together with the juice and the sparkling water in a big jug that I had there with me, and then I will just mix everything up. So I did something on the side that I didn't actually capture. To get more of the flavor from the mint out, you sort of have to mash the leaves. So I did that separately. I didn't record that bit, so that way it brings out more flavor from the mint leaves. So you do not mash it like too much, you just do it very lightly, and then you mix the mint leaves with the drinks. So afterwards I just poured everything together in the jug, and I kept tasting it bit by bit, just so that I could sort of ensure the flavors the flavors were balanced out. This is something new. I haven't tried this before. I thought I would use like fresh mangoes, but then it will be so much work in the store to get like a very quick fix, so I opted for this Afia mango juice. And then down there you can see some ice cubes that I had pre-made the previous day, and they are made out of mint leaves and lime juice as well. So to make the ice cubes, I blended up some mint leaves and some lime juice, and then a pinch of sugar, just a pinch, like very little, and like very little water as well. I didn't want it runny. Then I put it in the ice tray and then left it overnight so that I could get my blocks of ice by this time. So after I had mixed everything up in the jug, I went ahead to place individual cubes in the glass that I was gonna use. To be very honest, actually, I did not like the mix of the sparkling with the mango juice. I did not like that, so I had to use more mango juice than the sparkling I had thought I'd need to use. And then the mint leaves really did give the juice a really good taste, so I really enjoyed that. Afterwards, you are gonna use a mint leaf to garnish your drink. So you're just gonna take the top part of each stem, which contains like 3-4 leaves, and just cut a bit of it to use to garnish the top of your glass. And this was the result after I was done with the whole mixing and everything. This is taught in the mixology class, which I am yet to take, but I'm quite curious about and interested in. So when I'm able to, I will be taking that mixology class so that I can make bomb ass drinks when I'm hosting, because I think I kind of enjoy hosting. So I would like to mesmerize people with some really nice drinks. So yeah, this was really good. Give it a try. I mean, So at the start of the week, which was on a Monday, my nephew was celebrating his birthday. His birthday is on the 26th, and mine is on the 29th. And from the photos, you can see that we did something small and intimate. We just got cake and some food that we shared in the house, and everyone loved it, honestly. The kids love pizza, and I think the symbolism of cake for a birthday was just present. So it was a good day. We had fun, he had fun, he enjoyed it like so much, and I just didn't want to capture a lot of what was happening, so I just took a few photos. And then on Tuesday, I went down to the coffee school where I was at. So they do give mixology classes as well. And I found them in the middle of a mixology class. They had been doing some cocktails and mocktails, and it was in the middle of a class, so they had already prepared a few cocktails. And I just got them trying to, like, the students was now practicing after the lesson. They were just doing their thing, practicing after the lesson. And I caught one of the students making something. I don't know if it has a name. Now that I think about it, I didn't actually ask if it has a name or if it was something unique. The good thing with these things is you just get creative with it. So she smashed some blueberries and some sugar syrup separately. Then she poured it into this glass. Then she put orange juice. She layered orange juice, and then this was an orange fruit peel as garnish. So most of these drinks will need like to get garnish for them to make it look like more presentable, more interesting to look at and whatnot. And this was a student just doing her the drink that I just previously showed. And I'm not familiar with the tools that they're using. I've only seen them. I do not know their names. For instance, the long spoon that she's using to put the stuff into the glass with, the thing that she's using to mash, that thing that she's using to like mash everything up. I am not familiar with the names, but all in all, the general outcome of this whole thing was so good. And I learned something that day. I learned that you don't actually have to use sparkling water or tonic water for mocktails, because that was my perception before this lesson, that you have to use sparkling or tonic water or tonic soda. So this was a good lesson for me, and I think moving forward I'll just stay open-minded more and try more things outside of using sparkling. Before I knew it, it was Wednesday. That's the eve of my birthday, because my birthday was on the Thursday. And I had this idea for a video that I wanted to use on the birthday day, and I didn't want to go to the studio because I'm more of a DIY person. If I'm able to do it, I'll try my best to do it before I can, go out there to sort of seek the actual professional help. And this was just something for fun. So I asked my family to help me with it. I basically needed them to hold out the different items. These are the sunglasses, the candle, the cake, and someone to light the candle, and then someone else to also hold the camera. And they came through in a way I didn't actually expect. I asked them to do it on Wednesday night. The kids were literally going to sleep because they had school the next day. And I was just like, I really need this because I wanted to use it on the next day. And it turned out to be something so fun. We had so much fun just doing this, and I'm very, very, very glad that I was able to get my final perfect shot. And the kids had so much fun that they also wanted their own videos. I thought we'd just do mine, but everyone ended up doing their own videos. Like, it was that fun. And I'll just leave this to play so that we can hear like the drama that was happening behind the scenes while we were practicing before we hacked it, because it took us like so long before we were able to get like our perfect videos.
Smile and then blow. Start. Sana over. Zima. Puliza. Blow. Yay. Aya, kuna giza so haoni masikio, I think. Start. Uangalia hapa, sawa? Aya, smile. Tuanze. Aya, start.
Angalia chini baba. Ukivalisha shade.
Sorry. Smile ukiangalia juu, and then
Now Curtis was the star of the show. He did like very little tries. He hacked it and he came with the cool poses, and I just loved it. I really, really did love it. At least by the end of the day, everyone had a good video. Then this is on Thursday, which was my actual birthday, and we just went to the market. Actually, I didn't have plans for this particular day, so we went to Isili to get spices for the kitchen. And I was here with my sister and a friend of ours called Josephine. So we're just looking at spices and learning more about spices, because these guys have so many spices. I have not seen this many spices in my life before that day. So I learned a lot about the spices, honestly, and I'm happy that I'm able to I know where to get the spices, since I love like healthy food and stuff like that, and also um whipping up serious stuff in the kitchen, if I may say so. So this was a gem. This is a gem for me. Afterwards, we just went back home, and then we were chilling. I didn't have much to do that day, but then it turns out that my family were actually planning something behind my back. They were planning to like surprise me with cake. I had literally no idea. I had planned a trip that coming weekend, so my mind was on the weekend. I did not see this coming at all. So they really did surprise me properly that day, and I am super grateful to them for the planning and the love. I really did love the surprise. So fast forward to the weekend on the Saturday, when We had the trip. I had planned that on for my birthday I'd celebrate it by doing a short trip to Murang'a, to Kanunga Falls with my girls, and family and friends would be available. And so at the back that's Winnie, and then at the front that's Vivian. She was our driver for the day, and then that's when Tita, who we picked up along the way. So we went all the way to Kanunga Falls. We made a few stops along the way because we were not in a hurry. It was just a very, very chill drive. And the agenda of the day was have fun, have fun. And for me also, like, swim, because at the falls you can swim at the Kanunga Falls. I was so looking forward to that, especially since January had been super, super, super hot, and the water at Kanunga Falls is usually very cool. So I was looking forward to that. And we had so much fun along the way. We made a few stops to fuel, to take photos, and we just had a lot of banter on the way. I will have to make a separate video for this trip because we did document like the whole trip. So I'm gonna make a separate video for this whole trip. These are just gonna be snippets of what happened on the day. And along the way, I think Vivian decided she didn't want to drive anymore, and she gave me that responsibility, which I was happy to take, honestly. At this point, I think it's very clear that I love driving whenever I get the chance. So let's go to the video.
Tuko Kanunga already, and it was quite an adventure getting here. We are just going down to the waterfall. We skipped the hike today because tumefika a bit late, but regardless, we are gonna have fun.
We had a lot of fun on that Saturday. It was a very involving day, from the moment we got in the car to the moment where we returned, and we did get back home a bit. It wasn't too late. I think by 10:30 p.m. I was in the house because we made a stop on our way back at some place to eat, and there we spent a bit of time just also enjoying each other's company before we headed back. And then this is Sunday, early Sunday morning. I had something to attend in the morning hours. I literally had to drag myself out of bed, but it was a new experience for me, so I decided to definitely show up. It was a drawing experience by the company Nairobi Sketch Tour. So they organize this drawing experience where you just walk around drawing whatever you see in the CBD. I do know they also do this outside of the CBD, but this was my first time, and it was at the CBD, and they're celebrating their 3rd anniversary. They've been at it for 3 years now. They're celebrating their 3rd anniversary, and a couple of people turned up. We were walking along Koinange Street, drawing buildings, trees, cars, anything that would interest you. You are, allowed to draw, or encouraged to draw, rather. As you can see, it was very early. There are hardly any people in town because it was a Sunday morning. Like, this was before people left church or people like got out of bed and all that. And I can't say that I did enjoy the whole experience. It was interesting. Let me put it that way. It was new and interesting. I did enjoy it. By around 2 p.m. we were done, and I headed back to the house so that I could just rest. Given the weekend I had, I needed some proper rests. And so I'll just show you a few of the sketches I made, I guess. No judgment, please.
It's a very calm morning for a walk in town. I am in CBD. It's not as packed as the other days when I get here. That's on weekdays. I can walk slowly without being pushed. can cross the road slowly without the scare of being run down by a car. It's so calm on Sundays mornings because I've been here on a Sunday afternoon and people are in church right now or resting. The hangover cells are just resting, so it's not packed in CBD currently. But I am in CBD on a Sunday. Why? So we completed the tour at around 1:30 p.m. outside of that building. It is along Kenyatta Avenue, and this was just us. You can see that there were a number of people there. I was honestly intrigued by the number of people who turned up and the art that people were drawing. Like, people are talented out here, yo. Then afterwards, we were told, like, turn to the best sketch you've done for the day, and then we'd place them all on the ground and then take a photo. And that marked the end of the tour, I guess, because after this we just dispersed. And I definitely enjoyed the tour. I did share a few of the sketches that I did. I was using my normal pencil, and I had fun, man. I had fun, but I got challenged to like practice more so that I can be able to sketch better, especially buildings and windows, because that was my biggest challenge that day. Anyway, after this I went home and I rested, and this brings me to the end of this video. Look out for the birthday trip video, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye.